Heads is the call.
And head is the winner.
Come. So SAMP Army, they've won the toss. What you gonna do?
We're gonna chase.
And you prefer to chase?
Yes, we've been doing good in first couple of games, chasing down the totals. So we just wanna maximize on the bowling strength initially, and then put our batters in to chase whatever total those guys put in.
Okay, let's wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Kyle, you continue your tremendous form with the coin. Still yet to win.
Yeah, it's not quite gone my way at the toss, but look, I think the pitch has dried out enough now. The sun's been on it for a bit, so and in a 10-over game, I think sometimes the pitch is out of the equation. The game's such a short game, so yeah, we look forward to it. Look forward to another good, challenging game and playing against a good team. But we've been playing well, so
All the best.
thank you.
Well said again there from Kyle Kutza. And of course, the news from us pitch side is that the SAMP Army, they have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
Simpson. Leverock is batting this side and Simpson at the other end. So we can start. 10 overs.
10 overs, yeah.
Hello, good morning and good afternoon, and welcome to this cricket broadcast at the US Open, the 13th edition at the Broward County Stadium on a rather cloudy Sunday afternoon here in southern Florida. We have a match between the SAMP Army and the Florida Scorpions. The match is delayed a bit, but it is going to get started momentarily. SAMP Army won the toss and decided to field first. I want to welcome my co-commentator Sasha. Sasha, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, good afternoon and welcome to MAQ TV.com. And here we go for the first game of day 7. And Cornwall takes the ball to start and bowls into Cameron Leverock, who gets off the mark with a nice single.
This is a 10-over match, a curtailed event here on this Sunday afternoon.
And John Simpson now taking strike. He joins Leverock in the middle as the opening pair. And as my dear companion said, it's a 10-over game, so going to be a little quicker than we're used to. Here comes Cornwall again, and that's going to be a wide. So that's not the best start for Cornwall. He will want to keep that tight, as I'm sure these two batters are going to try and go pretty hard pretty soon.
And every dot ball even gets more importance, doesn't it?
Exactly. Cornwall ball number 3, and Simpson just plays that onto the offside for no runs.
Slight adjustment in the field for the left-hander as the fielder at point is now exchanging with the fielder in the extra cover area. We have a short third man.
And here comes Cornwall. And that's swiped away by Simpson, and that's going to be, I think, a 4. Yes, there you go. Umpire signalling a 4. And great start for John Simpson. 4 off his 2 deliveries.
Yes, as you watch the replay here, Simpson waited for that one to come in and just lofted it over mid-off for 4 runs. Simpson on 4, Leverock on 1.
For now, there will be no replays.
And another wide for Cornwall there. This is looking to be a fairly expensive over so far. Just 3 deliveries and 7 from it. And Florida Scorpions and SAMP Army both top 2 of group number 2. So this is going to be a tough battle. Both of them really looking for the win today.
They want to stamp their authority on this game as we watch the next delivery.
And over the wicket from Cornwall. And Simpson misses it. That was very close to hitting the stumps. But just dribbles away from the keeper, and they're going to get a bye.
He was eyeing that deep mid-on area, Sasha, but wasn't able to connect.
Yeah, you can see him playing that shot again, as I'm sure he would have wanted to do when the ball actually came at him. And Cornwall in again, and that's going to be a wide. So not getting his line right here, is he?
And this is despite the fact that he is now going right arm over the wicket. Earlier he was coming right arm around the wicket.
And Cornwall again, and Leverock tries to go for a big hit there, and it's running away to the boundary down in fine leg. And I think they're going to run just the 2 there. I say just the 2. That's not too bad. And they're 11 off their 5 balls so far. Leverock moves to 3. Simpson on 4. And with those extras, partnerships already at 11. 1 ball left of the over. Here comes Cornwall bowling at Leverock. And that's going to be another wide, and they're going to run. So this is getting even worse for Cornwall. He's started with the ball in hand, and he's already gone for 13, and still 1 delivery left in the over.
The highest scorer so far in the match are Mr. Extras, Sasha.
Exactly right. And Simpson will now take strike as they manage to run off that last delivery, wide delivery. So Here Cornwall comes again, hopefully for his last ball of the over, and that is hit really sweetly, and that is running away to the boundary's edge, and the fielder is not going to be able to catch that one. So John Simpson moves on to 8, 2 fours in order to get him there, and at the end of over number 1 of the 10 over innings, Florida Scorpions are 17 for no loss.
Yeah, that's an expensive over, Sasha, as you mentioned, with the extras also playing a important role. Leverock on 3, Simpson on 8, with 2 well-struck boundaries in this curtailed match today between the Florida Scorpions and the SAMP Army. By the way, it's not the SAMP Army, it is SAMP. SAMP in the Gujarati language means unity. So we call it SAMP Army, like the Barmi Army or the Bharat Army. It is the SAMP Army, United Players Unity. That's the theme of this team here.
Yeah, and they're going to need to show some unity after that first over, expensive first over from Cornwall. He had to bowl 10 balls to finish the over, should only be 6. And as you said, the extras from it was fairly costly. And Corny Dry now into the attack. Let's see if he can keep it slightly tighter in this second over. And Leverock gets that ball away. That's gone down to the boundary for 4. So Simpson, two fours to his name, and Leverock joining in here, and he moves on to 7. Florida Scorpions 21 for no loss.
Their intention was over the gap between mid-on and square leg, but got a thick inside edge and the ball ran over to the boundary ropes. D fine leg for 4. As they say, the scorer doesn't know how the runs come in. The number 4 is attached next to Leverock's name for that particular delivery. Sasha, no matter how the runs come, the scoreboard keeps ticking.
Exactly right. And here comes Corny Dry again for ball number 2 of his first over. Leverock on strike, and he misses it. That is a good delivery from Corny Dry. Leverock running down the wicket. He was looking to smack that back towards us and misses the ball. So dot ball for Corny Dry, and that was a good response after the first 4 of his over.
Yeah, he was dancing down the track to a fast bowler. That's a rare sight. But as you said, he missed it completely and gets his bearings back together as he faces the third delivery of this over.
Yeah, in comes Dry again to Leverock. And that's a good ball from Corny Dry. Coming back into Leverock. Comes off his pads, I believe, and they're going to run 2 there. So if we just watch the umpire, I think he's going to signal leg byes. No, my mistake. It's come off his bat. So 2 more runs goes to Leverock's name. So he's 9 off his 5 deliveries. Simpson 8 off his 4.
Yeah, that was almost like a defensive posture on that. He just was trying to get the bat on the ball and took an edge and ran away to third man.
Corny Dry in again, ball number 4 of his over, and that's been struck very, very sweetly. That has gone all the way for the first 6 of the Scorpions innings, and that was huge. He got all of his body behind that, and that just flew over the leg side boundary. And this over is also going for quite a lot. As we mentioned, it's a 10 over innings each, and as we probably said before, these guys are going to come out swinging early doors, and that's exactly what they have done.
Yes, that delivery from Corny Dry, Leverock was able to connect from the middle of his blade, and it flew away to the square leg boundary for a massive 6, as the score is now 29 for no loss in this 10 over match between the Florida Scorpions and the SAMP Army.
Corny Dry walking up to the top of his run-up, and in he comes again. Tall man Corny Dry. Let's see what he can do with this delivery. And that one is hit again onto the leg side, and again that has gone for a huge 6. Here we see the umpire raising his arms. That one's not a difficult decision there. And Leverock really getting going here.
As you can see here, that was struck quite nicely in the same general area of square leg and fine leg, and 2 consecutive sixes. And this partnership between Leverock and Simpson is getting a very healthy start for the Florida Scorpions. Sasha?
Yeah, 18 runs off the first 5 balls of Corny Dry's over. Still 1 to go. This could be huge. I think we've seen 32 runs off and over, so it won't quite reach that. But this is not the start that the SAMP Army would have wanted. Here comes Corny Dry, and that's just dabbed away onto the offside, and they'll get a single to finish it. So good last ball from Corny Dry, but 19 runs off his first over. As we said, just a 10 over game, so we're a fifth of the way through, and the Scorpions are 36 for no loss.
And we will take a Mad Hatter tea break at this time.
So Florida Scorpions 36 off their first 2 overs. Leverock 22 off his 8. John Simpson 8 off his 4. And not Raheem Cornwall, apologies. It will be new bowler from the northern end. It's going to be Yadram to take over from Cornwall, who, as we mentioned, has been expensive. Both opening bowlers were expensive, so Yadram's going to have to try and contain this run rate in order for the Scorpions to not go so big for their batting total. And here he comes bounding in. And I believe that's going to be a wide to start the over.
Not a good start for Bhaskar Yadram. That was a very obvious wide. 37 for no loss, the Florida Scorpions. Leverock on 22 and Simpson on 8.
So here comes Yadram again. His first legal delivery. No, it's not. It's going to be another wide. So 2 wides to start his first over. That's not looking great. He's not getting this ball going where he wants at all. And Leverock just watches it rush past him and well out of reach of the bat there.
John Simpson coming from your neck of the woods, Sasha?
Yeah, exactly right. He's another London boy based at Middlesex. So, yeah, just down the road from me.
The famous home of one of the world's best all-time captains, Mike Brearley.
And Yadram comes in again. Let's see what he can do here. That's a better delivery, but that has gone high in the air from Leverock. And is it going to go all the way? It is. That's a huge 6 again. We're seeing some lovely shots played by both Leverock and Simpson. Leverock, 22 of his 8 deliveries. That's not bad, is it?
Sasha, that was a tremendous hit. I'm watching the ball fly through, and that was declared as a no ball, and we're going to get a free hit. But off that delivery, that 6 was massive. It went way beyond the boundary line, and the ball is being retrieved. So there will be a free hit after that no ball by Bhaskar Yadram. So after 2 wides, he has strayed this time in his follow through, and a no ball has resulted. So not a good start for Bhaskar so far.
So Florida Scorpions 45 for no loss off just 2 overs so far. And as you say, that no ball has led to a free hit. And the only way these batters can get out is by running themselves out. And so it's classed as a free hit. And they're going to want to go hard at this. Leverock facing Yadram. Let's see. That's a better ball from Yadram, and that's just going to be a single from it. So he's got away with that one.
Yeah, that was a good length delivery, aimed at the stumps. No wide, no ball. So first good delivery of the over. Bhaskar getting his bearings back in order as he continues this particular over, which seems like it's been going on for a long time, but it's only one legal delivery so far, as Lenny would call it, a legal delivery.
And here comes Yadram bounding in again. And I think he's got a dot ball, which is just what he would have wanted. As you say, first few deliveries weren't legal. And so he's going to have to keep doing them. And he's currently 10 off his 2 legal deliveries. And he's going to want to make sure he keeps it where it is right now.
John Simpson sustained an injury in the early part of the tournament where he had to have some sutures on his upper lip as he settles down.
Simpson 8 off 5, and that's played nicely onto the leg side, but fielder there. So another dot ball. This is a much better bit of bowling from Yadram. As we mentioned, his first 3 deliveries weren't counted as balls, and the first 3 that were have only gone for 1.
I was talking to John Simpson earlier, Sasha, about how he has enjoyed the country so far, and we'll talk more about it after this delivery.
Here comes Yadram. And Simpson gets behind that, and that is going for 4. That's a lovely shot from Simpson down to long on. And he moves on to 12 runs off 7 deliveries. And the Florida Scorpions hit the 50. 50 runs off just 2.4 overs.
There was nothing uncomplicated about that stroke. It was a delivery coming on to the leg stump, perfect length for him in the slot, and he just places it beautifully to the right of the fielder at mid-on for 4 runs. I was talking about John Simpson and his tour to the US so far, and one of the rides that he did not pride upon was the ride in the ambulance when he was taken to the hospital for the stitches on his upper lip as Yadram gets ready to deliver the next ball to John Simpson.
And Simpson again pulling that nicely, and that's 6 runs. 6 runs for Simpson, and Yadram, like the first couple of overs, is being really knocked around the park here. 20 runs off his first 5 deliveries, and as you say, the extras are really mounting up. He's had a few in this over as well, so Florida Scorpions going at a really good rate at the moment, 56, and still 1 more ball left in the 3rd over.
Simpson is saying, Leverock, if you can do it, so can I. And those 2 lovely strokes that we have seen brings him up to 18 of 8 deliveries as Bhaskar Yadram continues this long over.
So last ball of the over, and I think that's going to be yet another 6. That is big from Simpson, back over Yadram's head, and we've seen plenty of big hits so far. We've only had 3 overs, and the Florida Scorpions 62 for no loss.
That is what we call as clean hitting, Sasha. I mean, the 3 strokes that John Simpson has played have been absolutely superb. Timing has been impeccable, and the result has been a clean 6s, and Simpson now races on to 24 of just 9 deliveries, and Leverock is batting on 29 of 10 deliveries. That over took forever from Bhaskar Yadram to be completed, where he conceded 26 runs in the first over, Sasha.
Yeah, not a good start for Yadram. Both the opening bowlers have been taken off. I believe we've got another new bowler at the commentator's end. And while we're waiting for everyone to get back into position, the SAMP Army started with 2 wins, and their last match was lost against the Punjab Blues, so they come off a loss, whereas the Florida Scorpions started with a loss against the Titans, but they've had 2 wins in the last 2 games, so they'll be really raring to go and wanting to get yet the 3rd win.
The Scorpions have really displayed some clinical batting today. Stroke play of the highest order, lofted strokes that one plays during these power plays, and they have raced away to 62 for no loss in just 3 overs, Sasha.
Yeah, current run rate 20.7. That's massive. And the SAMP Army are going to have to strike soon. Otherwise, they're going to be looking to face a huge total here by the Florida Scorpions in their 10 overs. So Barnwell into the attack. Here he comes. And that is a full toss. And there is a man down in the deep. So just a single from it. And that makes Simpson the man back on strike.
As Sasha had mentioned earlier, both these teams, the Scorpions and the SAMP Army, have equal points in their group. As we see the next delivery, and look at that stroke coming right towards the commentator's box, right over the side screen for a massive 6, Sasha.
Yeah, I reckon if I'd leant forward a little bit, I could have caught that myself. That was huge. Simpson onto 30 off 10 deliveries, and he is matching Leverock. He is also on 30, but 11 deliveries. So Simpson just ahead of Leverock here. Scorpions 69 for no loss, and that was a big 6 from Simpson. Barnwell back into the attack, and that is being flicked straight up in the air and landed safely. That could have been a wide if Simpson had left it alone, but he got back to it, and they get a single. As you mentioned, both the SAMP Army and the Florida Scorpions are joint on points. They're both on 4 at the moment. So both looking for the win today in order to top the group. And their current run rates are what's separating them at the moment. Scorpions top of the group, and their net run rate is at 0.9. And the SAMP Army just below them at second with their net run rate at 0.38. So the Florida Scorpions doing well with this run rate at the moment, wouldn't you say?
Yep, and Simpson has caught up to Leverock's score. Leverock on 30 and Simpson on 31. Have you seen Simpson play in England, Sasha?
I have, yes. I've watched him a few times at Middlesex when I've been lucky enough to go. He's actually wearing the Middlesex helmet. You'll be able to see next time he goes on the camera. He's got the 3 swords across his helmet, so it looks like we're having a bowling change. Halfway through the over, I believe Barnwell is not feeling great. He may have pulled something or just tweaked something, and he's going to have to make his way off the field to get that sorted. So I think we're going to have someone else to take over for the last 3 balls of his over, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. I'm sure we'll be able to get an update from someone soon, and we'll let you know when we hear that. So after 3.3 overs, the Scorpions 70 for no loss, and 8 off this over so far. But as we say, Barnwell has had to leave the pitch, and we will just have to wait to see who's going to take over for the last 3 balls of this over.
The captaincy duties on Smith Patel are cut out for himself today with the bowlers and the choices that he has at his disposal.
It looks like Jonathan Carter is going to be the man with the ball, and he's going to have to do a good job here. The Scorpions are scoring pretty quickly, and here he comes for his first ball, and nicely done there. It looked like it was potentially going to go for a wide, but umpire says no, great ball. You've managed to stump Leverock, and he couldn't get the bat involved, and that is a dot ball, which we haven't seen many of, have we?
Yes, that's true. Leverock moved on the onside, trying to make room for himself, but to no avail.
Here comes Carter again, and bit of a swing there from Leverock, and I think they're just going to get the one from it. Wasn't the biggest hit there from him. We've seen a lot bigger, and I think he just didn't manage to get bat totally involved with the ball there. So just a single. So Simpson on strike for the last ball of the over. It will only be Carter's 3rd. As we said, Barnwell had to leave the pitch, so 3 balls left of his over for Barnwell to bowl, and Simpson has got a hold of that, and that has gone miles.
That was a magnificent strike by Leverock. It cleared the mid-wicket fence. as the score moves on to 77 for no loss. My apologies, that massive 6 was by John Simpson.
And yes, at the end of over number 4, Scorpions 77 for no loss. So partnership here between these two at 77. And I think it would be a good time to take a Mad Hatter tea break. Harmeet Singh into the attack now. He's looking pretty cool out there with his shades. Again, lovely hot day here in the Sunshine State of Florida. And here comes Singh to Leverock. He tries to smash that down the ground and totally mistimed it. And so dot ball to start for Singh. Leverock again facing, and that is top edged, and that is racing away to the boundary, but a fielder is chasing it, and he's going to make that easily. But 2 runs from that ball, and Scorpions going at a really good rate, and they're 79 for no loss after 4.2 overs.
Yeah, this pair has been really playing extremely well.
Here comes Singh again. And Leverock this time hits it high in the air, and a fielder under it. I believe that is that Corny Dry out there? And he has taken a wonderful catch, whoever it is. And Leverock goes. Leverock falls for 33 off his 15 deliveries. And Harmeet Singh, the new man with the ball, has broken this wonderful partnership between the opening pair. Let's watch this again.
Yeah, there was a stroke that he intended to go past the fielder, got to the fielder, and he had to run a few steps to his right, and then ultimately succeeded in taking the catch, resulting in the first wicket for the Florida Scorpions, as they are now 79 for 1 in this 10 over match between these two sides. A fantastic opening partnership, Sasha.
Yeah, Leverock, the man who was hitting the ball very sweetly, just didn't get enough on that, and Harmeet Singh breaks up that lovely partnership, caught by Corny Dry. He did really well to get under it, and Singh starts his overs nicely. 1 wicket for 2 runs after 3 deliveries, and Callum MacLeod, the new man to come and join Simpson at the crease, Scottish international, and he'll want to keep doing what Leverock was doing previously.
So a Scottish and a British at the crease, Sasha.
Just need to involve the Irish, and we've got a good joke there.
That's true.
That's a lovely shot. I'm so sorry. I lost the ball there. It's so bright out there. I believe he's out. So after Harmeet Singh takes the wicket of Leverock, he gets the wicket of Simpson, and he's on a hat-trick. Wow, I did not see that coming.
I think.
And Yadran, the man, taking the catch out in the deep, as you see there. I totally lost the ball in the clouds there, so apologies for that. I thought he'd got a hold of it, but no, I am very much mistaken, and it's caught out in the deep. And John Simpson goes for 37. So both the opening pair gone in just 2 balls.
Yeah, Harmeet Singh has done the magic for the SAMP Army by grabbing 2 wickets in 2 balls and on a hat-trick now. He has certainly turned the tables. The opening pair going so well with some clean hitting, and now all of a sudden in 2 deliveries from 79 for no loss, they are 79 for 2.
2 more balls left in the over from Singh, and 2 new men at the crease, neither of them having faced a ball. So with the two openers out, we have number 3 and 4, Callum McLeod and Delray Rawlins. And it's going to be Rawlins on strike. And as you say, 79 runs for 2 wickets now. Just a reminder, it's a 10-over game, so nearly halfway through the first innings. And that is cut nicely and just managed to get away from the fielder who was diving to his left. And looks like Gauss out in the deep fielding. And just the 1 from it. Oh no, 2 from it, apologies.
McLeod and Rawlins at the crease, and Harmeet Singh certainly has put the brakes on this fast scoring of the Florida Scorpions.
So 2 runs from the last delivery, and here comes Singh for his last ball, but it won't be his last ball because it's been signalled wide by the umpire.
Yes, Harmeet did not seem too pleased with that one. He thought that was within the rules, and it was a legal delivery, as my West Indian commentator friends would say, but it was called a wide and he has to bowl it again. Harmeet left arm over, and this time he swipes it in a clean stroke over extra cover. I believe it could be, oh, it's a boundary just inside the ropes. 1 bounce for 4 for McLeod, 86 for 2, Sasha.
Yeah, Scorpions moving on to 86 after their 5 overs. So at the halfway stage, Florida Scorpions 86 for 2, and SAMP Army are going to need to get a few more wickets, or at least prevent all these boundaries from going, because the Scorpions are scoring at a pretty good rate here.
Absolutely, this has been a tremendous display by the opening pair with some superb stroke play until Harmeet Singh put the brakes on them and dislodged the pair with 2 successive deliveries. And now we have the bowling is going to be, there's a bowling change at the pavilion end.
Yeah, Cornwall comes back into the attack. He was expensive off his first over, 16 from it. But with Callum McLeod facing his first ball, Rakeem Cornwall, Jimbo Cornwall is going to want to strike early here. And here he comes, facing McLeod, who moves across his wickets. So thought that was going to be given as a wide, but no luck for the batter. And Cornwall comes in for his second delivery and manages to not let McLeod get a hold of that. He was looking to swing that a long way. And 2 dots from Cornwall to start his second over. Here he comes again. And again, another dot ball. McLeod just not really reading where that ball's going at the moment, and he might be getting a little bit frustrated because these dot balls are not what the Scorpions are needing, with only 4.5 overs left. And he manages just to get a bit of bat on that, but hasn't hit that sweetly at all, has not timed that. But they will get the single, and Rawlins will come on strike now for the 5th delivery of Cornwall's over.
Yeah, Cornwall is bowling intelligently. He's seeing that the batsman is trying to move around the crease, and is bowling on the 4th and the 5th stump, and trying to entice the batsman to attack him as he now goes right arm around the wicket with a very short run up, Sasha, to the southpaw Delray Rawlins.
And Rawlins just gets the reverse in there, and the fielder misses it altogether. And is that going to go all the way for the boundary? I think it's just going to stop short. Just going to stop short. But I believe they got 3 off that ball that just slowly dribbled away past the fielder and to the boundary. Yep, there you go again. Just a little reverse flick. And they managed to run really nicely there for 3. So after lots of dot balls, 3 from it, from his 5th delivery, as Cornwall comes in for his last ball, which is hit very high and very far. That's gone straight back into the Florida Scorpions camp, and they look very pleased about that. 6 off the last ball, and Delray Rawlins moves on to 9.
The Florida Scorpions 96 for 2, McLeod on 7, Rollins on 9, and it's time for a Mad Hatter break.
So partnership now of 17 between McLeod and Rawlins. They were both new to the crease when the opening pair fell in just 2 balls. So they need to start building this one up again. Florida Scorpions after 6 overs are 96 for 2. And the man with both wickets, Harmeet Singh, comes back into the attack here.
Harmeet has protection on the long on and the long off boundary.
And wide delivery from Singh, and Rawlins just dabs that down to the offside boundary. Gauss, the man out there, fields it nicely, and just a single.
Harmeet bowling a good line and length, not giving too much, making too many errors in his deliveries, and the last delivery was cut well for that single, but with protection on the boundary, he was able to get away with only a single as he now comes around left arm around the wicket to Callum McLeod, batting on 7. The Scorpions 97 for 2.
So here comes Singh again, and that is looks like a top edge, and it's gone straight up in the air, and there is a man out there who takes a lovely catch. Is that Corny Dry again? He can't seem to get out of the way of the ball. He's under all of them, and that's the 3rd wicket for the Florida Scorpions. And Harmeet Singh again, the man getting the breakthrough. He's 3 wickets for just 10 runs off his 1.2 overs so far.
Yeah, Harmeet is clearly fooling the batsman with his faster deliveries as they try to go for those swipe strokes on the onside, mid-wicket area, and he would this time a mistimed stroke caught in the deep, as we can see, with Harmeet now grabbing his 3rd wicket in this 2nd over of his. So Harmeet with the golden arm in the SAMP army at the present time. As the new batsman who comes in to bat is Richie Berrington, joining Delray Rollins.
Yeah, another Scottish man to the crease here. Quite a few Scots around and about in the Florida Scorpions camp, including their captain Carl Kotzer. And Harmeet Singh to Delray Rawlins, who just leaves that ball alone. That was there to be hit, and he wasn't interested.
He almost got away with without a wide, I thought.
And Singh in again. And this time Rawlins does not leave that alone. That is going to race away for a 4. Lovely shot there from Rawlins.
Harmeet almost challenging the batsman that I'm going to bowl to you guys outside the off stump. Hit me. I have some protection in the deep at long off and deep extra cover. But this time he found the gap for 4 runs as Rawlins now moves on to 14 of 6 deliveries. And the Scorpions 101 for 3.
And here comes Harmeet Singh once more. Again, that's a slightly wider delivery and has raced away for 4 again. So pretty similar ball and a pretty similar outcome.
Yes, that time he strayed in line on way on the 5th or the 6th stump on the offside and gave room to Rawlins, who flexed his arms and played a good stroke in that wide gap between cover and long off as he moves on to a quick 18 of just 7 deliveries. Richie Berrington yet to face a delivery. 105 for 3 are the Florida Scorpions in the 7th over.
So one more delivery here for Harmeet Singh in his second over. He got 2 wickets in his first over and 1 in his second. Is he going to be able to get 2 in this over as well? And that is struck really sweetly for a 6. A reverse sweep there from Rawlins. And as you can see, umpire raising both hands for the maximum.
Well, you can see on the replay here a nice reverse sweep as he connects beautifully right over the deep fine leg boundary, and the ball carried over the fence for 6 as the Scorpions move on to 111 for 3. Rawlins who races on to 24 of just 8 deliveries. This was an expensive over by Harmeet Singh. The first one, of course, he took 2 wickets in 2 deliveries, but this particular over by Harmeet, he was straying outside the off stump for quite a while. That resulted in those 6s on the offside. As we move on to over number 8, Sasha.
Yeah, so Richie Barrington will be facing his first delivery now. Scorpions on a Nelson, which some consider to be unlucky. Let's hope that it's not for Barrington. He won't want to get a golden duck.
Sasha, if Dickie Bird was here, we would have seen the one-leg dance.
Exactly right. And Manoj Akaria, he's the new man in with the ball. And Barrington just making sure he can see where all the fielders are placed before he gets ready to face his first delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike 1, as they say in baseball, which is a big sport over here in the US of A. And Richie Barrington won't want to be getting any more strikes. He's going to want to go at a good rate here. Only 10 overs in their innings, and they're on 7.1 at the moment. So not that many balls left to face. And this time he gets a hold of it, but it races down to the boundary, and they'll just get a single.
After that thunderous start that the Scorpions had, there seems to be a slight break that they have put on, almost brought on primarily by Harmeet's bowling, but Rawlins can play some magnificent strokes. So I think we are looking on for the next 3 overs, and watch out for Delray Rawlins, because he can strike it big and he can strike it long.
Yeah, here comes Manoj back into the attack for ball number 3 of his first over. Again, just making sure everyone's in the correct place before he starts his run up. Rawlins facing, and he gets a hold of that, and that goes past the bowler, and that's going to race away for a 4. Lovely shot there from Rawlins, straight down, back past Manoj, who couldn't do anything about that.
You can see the high back lift of the southpaw as he hammers that one straight towards the side screen for a superb 4, as Rawlins now races on to 28 of 9 deliveries. The Scorpions 116 for 3.
And that's going to be a wide. That's not what Manoj would have wanted. And Rawlins doesn't need to play at that. Let's see that one more time. Yeah, that was a good decision from the umpire there. 117 for 3. Scorpions after 7.3 overs. 10 over innings each, and so we're getting to the final stages of the Scorpions innings. Delray Rawlins 28 off 9 on strike now. Let's see if he can get another big hit. And he's top edged that, and that's going to go past the keeper for 4.
Yes, and again I want to point out to all the viewers the high backlift that Delray Rawlins has as a left-hander in the limited over formats in ODIs as well as T20s. Most batsmen have a short backlift, but when you watch Delray Rawlins bat, he brings his bat up all the way up to his left shoulder almost, which gives him that extra time and the power that he generates. and this time that top edge ran away for 4 as Manoj Acharya comes in to bowl to Rollins.
And that was a swing and a miss again. That was a good ball from Acharya. He managed to get that angling back into Rollins, and it just went in between his bat and body and dot ball.
Yeah, some of the other stylish southpaws that we have witnessed in this US Open have not had such high backlift.
Not struck very sweetly there from Rollins, but they get the one from it. And at the end of the 8th over, the Florida Scorpions 122 for 3, and time to take another quick break.
MAQ Group is the real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information, visit maqgroup.com.
So Corny Dry, the man with the ball, coming in for his second over. Very expensive off his first, went for 19 runs. And I believe the Scorpions will want the same thing to happen again here.
Yes, Sasha, this is the penultimate over of this innings for the Scorpions. 12 more deliveries left in this innings. 12 legal deliveries to amuse my fellow West Indies commentators here.
And here comes Dry, bounding in. And that is, oh, that's a lovely stop there by Cornwall, diving down to his right. One-handed stop. And a good throw back to the keeper. And I think that they were safe. Let's watch that one more time. That was brilliant.
Yes, look at that stroke. Cornwall diving to his right, making a brilliant save. And shot the ball back to the keeper. But Barrington was back in his crease, so no harm done. 123 for 3.
Takes a lot to get the big man down, and he got down pretty damn quickly for that. Here he comes, moving on to the other side for the right-handed Barrington. Just to make sure that if he happens to place it anywhere near Cornwall, he stops it. And Corny Dry coming in again to Barrington, who gets a hold of that, and that's gone high in the air. Man's running in from the deep, but no, just dropped short. So Barrington top edges it straight high in the air. Corny Dry, his eyes lit up thinking, here's the wicket. But both the fielders couldn't get anywhere near it and fell into no man's land, and they got the single.
Yes, that is what I would call it as a pitching wedge shot. Ballooned up in the air, ending up in the no man's land. And no harm done to the batsman as Dry comes in right arm over the wicket.
Rollins on the strike here. And again, that's gone high in the air, but has he got the hold of it? It's just going to drop in between the two fielders running towards the ball. So again, a potential opportunity for a catch, but to no avail. It's fallen very safely both times, and they managed to get 2 runs off that ball. Let's see that one more time.
Yes, as he was trying to run to the right with the hat on, he was trying to avoid some of the sun in his eyes, and that might have potentially interfered in his catching ability for that stroke that was played. 126 for 3 is the score.
And Dry back into the attack. And that is hit straight as they come, straight back into the opposite stumps. And here they come running back quickly for 2. And easy 2 in the end. That was hit really sweetly. The stumps doing the fielding there, managing to prevent it from going to the boundary, because it would have done if they weren't in the way. And if Dry had got a hand to it, I reckon Berrington would have been out there.
And the athletic umpire at that moment was wise enough to move away in time so that he doesn't get struck by the ball.
128 for 3, 2 more balls of the penultimate over as Corny Dry comes running in here. And that's a good bouncer there from Corny Dry over the shoulder of Rawlins. So I believe that will be the one of the over. Yep, umpire signalling one for the over. Next ball like that will be a no ball. But the dot comes from it, which is exactly what they would have wanted.
I think this is the first good bouncer we have seen delivered by the SAMP Army. And that was a well-directed bouncer by Dry. And this is the last ball of his spell. 128 for 3.
So Rawlins on strike, and can't do a lot about that. That was a good wide delivery to Rawlins, and they managed to get through for a single. So end of the 9th over, the Florida Scorpions 129 for 3, and Corny Dry 26 off his 2 overs, so more than he would have liked, but finished his spell nicely there.
Yes, I thought that the fielding side, the SAMP Army, would probably be disappointed with the first 5 to 6 overs as the bowlers were hammered across the park. But Harmeet's bowling put the brakes on, and they have recovered reasonably well as the last over now comes on, which at the present time the score is 129 for 3, and it's going quite well for the Scorpions. They would be happy with the score, I would imagine, but it's going to be an interesting contest when the SAMP Army will begin their chase.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And Manoj back into the attack for his second over, and he will be bowling the final over of the SAMP Army's bowling innings. It'll be interesting to see how many the Scorpions can get in this last over. We haven't had a 10 over game yet, so we're not entirely sure what a par score would be on this pitch. We'll let you know very shortly as Rawlins, the man facing the first ball of the last over, as Akaria comes in, and that's a full toss, a wide full toss, and that's a good stop there out in the deep. That's a lovely stop. He managed to get a hand on that and prevent the boundary, and good running there from the batters in. I believe 2 runs from it, but if we can watch that again, here we go. That was a lovely stop out here in the deep. Let's see. Yeah, nearly overrun it, but managed to get his left hand on the ball and just managed to stick nicely as Akaria comes in for his second delivery of the over. And Rawlins looked disappointed as he struck that not very sweetly, and the single comes from it.
Yes, last 4 deliveries coming up, Sasha. 131, I reckon they won't be eyeing around 140 for those 10 overs. And as you said, do you divide the 20 over format into 2 and make it a par score? If 170, 180 is a par for 20 overs, do you make it 90 or 100? I do not know.
Here comes Akaria bounding in again, and that looks like it's gone a long, long way, and it has. That's a 6 there from Rawlins. He is going lovely pace at the moment. 47 of his 19 deliveries, and I reckon he's going to get 50 here, which is pretty impressive of just 19 balls so far.
And if you see that the ball was on the 4th or the 5th stump outside off, and he launched it towards mid-wicket for a mighty 6. That takes talent and power as Manoj Acharya comes in right arm over the wicket to bowl to Rawlins.
That's Berrington, and he has managed to smack that a very, very long way as well. So Berrington into the attack. He doesn't want to let Rawlins have all of it. And Berrington striking that really nicely. That has gone all the way down to cow corner there. And Florida Scorpions 143 for 3. 3 balls remaining of their innings. Here comes Akaria again. And Berrington can't get that one away as sweetly as he did previously, and they're just going to settle for the single. So Rawlins comes back.
Two more deliveries to go.
Yeah.
144 for 3.
Expensive over so far, 15 from it. And Rawlins goes again, but this has gone high in the air, and there is a man running in. Is he going to get under it? No, just falls short. And they're going to get 2 runs there. And I believe that is Rawlins' 50. And that is the end. That's the end of the Florida Scorpions innings. They finish on 145 for 3. So great run rate, 14.5. And Richie Berrington and Delray Rawlins, the men, to finish off their 10 overs. 48 the partnership, and I will let you run through the batting card.
Yes, Leverock was caught by Corny Dry of Harmeet Singh for 33 of 16 deliveries. Tremendous display on his batting, like John Simpson from the Middlesex County in England, who scored 37 of 13, again falling to Harmeet Singh. And McLeod was caught by Gauss of Harmeet Singh for 7. Harmeet Singh, the only bowler, grabbing 3 wickets. Rawlins played splendidly for his 55 of 22 deliveries, and Berrington 2 of 4.
And let's have a look at the bowling statistics. So the man of the moment for the SAMP Army, Harmeet Singh, he got 3 wickets for 24 runs off his 2. And all the other bowlers, no wickets to their name, but Rakeem Cornwall, 26 runs off his 2, same as Corny Dry, and same as Yadram, all of them. Oh no, sorry, apologies, Yadram just the 1 over, but he also went for 26. Christopher Barnwell, 8 runs off his .3 overs. Yes, that's right, because Jonathan Carter had to come in and do .3 as well, and 7 runs from that. And at the halfway stage, we will leave you to have a quick break, and when we're back, it will be the SAMP Army trying to chase down this total set by the Florida Scorpions. We will see you shortly.
Good afternoon, folks. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. This is day number 7 of this 8-day tournament, the 13th edition of the US Open. And we're going to be in with the run chase shortly. 148 is required for victory. SAMP Army, they have to be on the charge early. Well, we're bathed in sunshine here in South Florida, and we're coming to you live from the Broward County Stadium. It's a 10-10 affair for the first match. It's one of 3 matches for the day. We're going to be witnessing the first of 2 semifinals a little later in the day. I just want to welcome Lenny at this time.
Thank you, Ivor. So we are ready. And so it's 148 from just 60 balls, make that 59. So Hamza Tahir has been given the ball. He's bowled well in the tournament. And we'll come into bowl to Rakeem Cornwall as one of the batsmen. It appears to be Jonathan Carter. We'll confirm that. And second ball pulled into the onside. And we've seen the first drop catch for the Florida Scorpions in this. And that goes away for a single.
Yes, it was hit mightily hard, but it should have been taken because it came straight. And we look at it on the replay. It was short. He got back, put it in and out, and there goes the first one for SAMP Army.
So Rakeem Cornwall comes in to strike for the first time. He can strike the ball and strike it hard and far. And they'll need a very big knock here from some of the batters. They're asking 15 runs and over. And so 147 to win from 58 balls. SAMP Army certainly under pressure here with a big chase or a big total in to reply to. This one slides down the leg side, called up wide, and so a couple runs on the table.
Yes, Cornwall losing his bat in the process there as he was swinging at one down the leg side, kept a little low. We look at it on the replay. Was sliding down the leg side. The wicketkeeper got in the way, so no further extras, just 1 to the total. And back in the day, the bat would have gone from the batter. We'll say, catch the bat, catch the bat.
So the winner of this match will certainly head Group 2. So there's a lot to play for. Cornwall on strike and smashes this into the onside. And the fielder will come around. We've seen the Florida Scorpions. Their fielding unit is an impressive one. They catch very well. And a couple of runs there to Rakeem Cornwall. Gets him off the mark. Still lots to be done. Asking 15 runs and over. 144 to win from 57 balls.
Yes, indeed, it could be done. It was very interesting seeing Cornwall getting a double. He had to get the wheels turning there to get in. He's pulling this one. He's pulling well, and he's going to go over the boundary rope for the first maximum of the inning.
Yeah, big shot again from Rakeem Cornwall. We've seen some very big shots from batters on the other team. And here's Rakeem Cornwall. Picked it up well over the leg side. And that's gone for a maximum. So a lot more will be needed here from SAMP Army. And Hamza Tahir has gone for 10 runs in the over so far. A better ball. And so no run there.
It's into double figures. Of course, you're saying 15 runs and over. But the object is not to lose early wickets.
So Hamza Tahir comes out of the Scotland national team. And look at that. All the ease in the world. Inside out. Rakeem Cornwall smashes this one over the offside and 16 runs off the first over.
A really good looking shot. A really good looking shot. So they've covered the required run rate +1. But we'll take a short break right after the replay. So it's time for a cup of Mad Hatter tea, and you can have some coffee along the way. So refresh yourself, sit back folks, hang tight because this one chase is going to be interesting. So have your Mad Hatter tea close by.
So a good start here from SAMP Army. We've seen 16 runs on the board so far. We've seen Rakeem Cornwall doing the bulk of the scoring so far. You look at that, it's 14 off just 4 balls. Jonathan Carter has come out with Rakeem Cornwall.
Yes, Jonathan Carter given a life, so he has got to make good with that life when he was on the 0, but he is on 1 from 2. For now, Cornwall doing the heavy lifting, doing it well. He's bringing out his international experience here at this one, 10-10.
So Safian Sharif given the ball. A not timed well by Jonathan Carter, Barbados first-class player. And Raheem Cornwall, we all know he has played at the international level, part of the West Indies Test team and big CPL player.
St. Lucia Stars, yes.
So they're asking almost 15 runs and over. And SAMP Army will have to do without the services of the likes of Monank Patel, Nisarj Patel, Netra Valka, and Garrett Delani for now.
And since we're having the medium pacer, it's a good time to set the positions of the team vying for the semi-finals.
Well, this is a Group 2. This is a Group 2 clash. The winner of this match will go to the top of the table on to 6 points. Right now, these two teams are locked in at 4 points each. So the winner of this match will certainly head Group 2. And what essentially will happen, the other game coming up, Clarion County and Titans game, the winner of that game will then go up to 4 points. And so we'll have 3 teams locked in at 4 points. And of course, we know what will decide that. This one is tugged into the onside. And Raheem Cornwall picks up another single, brings Jonathan Carter. So there's a lot to play for in this last 2 games. None of these last 2 games are dead rubber games.
No, not at all. But in the other group, things have been set, done, and dusted in that format.
Well, the other group, yeah, Cavaliers 22 yards, sit at top of the board, a perfect record for them. They've won all their 4 games, so they're up on 8 points. US All-Stars is on 6, and from the look of things, it will be Cavaliers and US All-Stars coming from Group 1, and we're waiting for the placement and certainly which team will top this group. That will be decided in this match. So Sharif runs into ball to Carter. Carter gets a good ball. He's bowled him. So Jonathan Carter falls. A ball that may have come back. And Safian Sharif has gotten the breakthrough. It's 18 for 1. Carter goes.
Yeah, he was making room there and he just played it on. But he was playing a defensive shot rather than just trying to get some willow on that leather. And like I say, Cornwall been doing the heavy lifting, 15 from 5. Carter, given the life and 1, can do no more than to score 2. So he didn't make good use of the chance that would afforded him. 18 for 1. And I'll let you continue with the standings.
Yeah, yes, Ivor Henry. So from the look of things here, Cavaliers 22 yards, definitely topping the Group 1, conference, and then US All-Stars, they are in second with 6 points as Smith Patel comes to the middle.
And well, Sharif has started really well. His first 3 deliveries was 2 runs from the 3 deliveries. The first one Carter bunted, the second one Cornwall mistimed it, and the third one was timber. So he started well, just what the doctor ordered. They're trying to get to
148.
148. Yes, they would have made 147. You have to beat it by 10 overs in which to do so.
So Smith Patel comes out with still 130 to win from 51 balls. Ball sliding down the leg side. Very good take by the wicketkeeper.
And the standing umpire is looking for confirmation whether the ball would have maybe touched the batter on the way through.
So brilliant take there by John Simpson, ODI player from England.
So we'll wait confirmation with that delivery. For now it stands as a dot ball.
The ball sliding down the leg side may have touched part of Smith's equipment on its way through to John Simpson. A diving save, or else that would have gone away for 4 byes.
Oh.
Smith Patel is a quality player, having represented India at one time at the junior level. And Raheem Cornwall will be itching to get down. He started well, Raheem Cornwall. And in just 5 balls, he has smashed 15 so far. We've seen a glimpse of what the big man can do. But Smith Patel smashes this one into the offside. Fielder settles under it. Jelani Seals takes easy catch, just backpedaling. And Smith Patel falls early. Second ball duck. And it's now 18 for 2.
Yes, indeed. A very good over in progress here by Sharif. He has just gone for 2 in the over, and they've picked up 2 wickets as well. That one coming off the outer portion of the bat was sky high and was easy peasy catch there for the man just pedaling back and pouching the catch. Wicket number 2, 18-4-2. It's an uphill struggle. Required one with 15.9. They started at 15. Raheem Cornwall was under charge, but he's not been getting many strikes. He's just had, 5 deliveries in his innings? But he has witnessed 2 batters come and go.
So Andre Gauss comes to the middle. The numbers are certainly not looking good here for Samp Army. They're 2 down, 18 on the board, and still a long way to go. 130 is required from 49 balls, asking 16 runs and over. Raheem Cornwall is going to be a key man here. And we all know he can make this playing area at Broward County looks very small with his big strikes. Sharif continues and ball turned into the onside, and that will complete the second over, and after 2 it's 19 for 2.
Very, very, very good over. Just 3 runs coming from it, but 2 wickets, more importantly, 2 wickets in that over. But we'll take a break here and maybe do some house shopping.
13th US Open Cricket 2021 Fantasy Sports. Create your Dream 11 and win exciting prizes. Log in www.usopenfantasy.com.
It's time for you to name your Dream 11. And I know you're going to be in a good position to do that, Lenny. You would have asked me a few questions and you're yet to stump me. I'm not going to forget my 2 lunches, Lenny.
So Jelani Seals has been given the ball, and he's here to defend 16.1 per over going forward from here, and that will of course change. They need 129 from 48 balls. A mammoth 148 to win. We've seen very good knocks from some of the batters from the Florida Scorpions team. We saw a good knock from John Sampson, knock from Leverock, and also Delray Rollins, who became the top scorer. So we've seen some good batting from Florida Scorpions, and now in defense of 148.
Well, the last over of the power play, so let's see what Jimbo Cornwall will make of it.
So Raheem Cornwall, smash straight out of the playing area, and it's gone a long way. Raheem Cornwall on the charge and smashes the first ball that Jelani Seals serves up.
Yes, baseball style. I'm telling you, look at it on replay. Just bang, and away she goes over the boundary ropes. So Cornwall again on the charge. He's in the 20s now, on to 22 from 7. It's all in his hands now. The big man is joining the party. He has started the party actually for the Samp Army. Are they going to go left, right, left, right? Cornwall is on the charge. An international player in the test arena.
So Cornwall goes quickly up to 22 from just 7 balls, smashing the first ball that Jelani Seals serves up. And this one, similar position, similar result. And while it may not have gone as long as the previous one, it's gone for 6. Couple of 6s here from Raheem Cornwall.
Yes, down in the cow corner, and that seemed to be his favorite area. I think they're going to make some adjustment in that area shortly. The 2 boundary riders in the offside, cover sweeper and long off. But now they're going to make the change. I think they're going to be bringing in, I see 2 men from the offside. They're coming in. So they're going to put the boundary riders on the onside. So the square leg and the deep mid wicket are in place. Now, what if he bowled this one outside the off stump? But Cornwall, with his experience, will tell you. Lenny.
So Seals under pressure. Couple of 6s already. Raheem Cornwall, this is high in the air. This could go all the way. In fact, it has gone all the way. So 3 6s in the over. Jelani Seals has gone for 3 6s. Raheem Cornwall.
A hat-trick of 6s. Could we see 6s in a row? Could we see the first one of this, the 13th edition of the tournament? Here it comes. Up, 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 up and away on the replay, folks. Cornwall on the charge. He moves into the 30s. He is on 34 from 9. What a display from the big man. 37 for 2. And Seals is under the pump.
So a couple of the men outside of the ring. One at square leg, one at mid wicket. Here is Jelani Seals. And this one.
Again, it's gone! My word, Cornwall on the charge. And he tugged that one from outside the off stump. Gave it a treatment. And that ball has gone over into the adjoining fields.
So Jelani Seals, not too often. Here we go, short. And look at that, bang! Straight over the mid-wicket area. And it's gone a long way. Rakeem Cornwall, 4 sixes in a row.
And quickly he has moved on to 40. A 400 strike rate. 40 from 10. Cornwall on the charge. The scouts are looking. Cornwall.
So they would have lost a couple of wickets. One of Jonathan Carter and then not too long ago that of Smith Patel. But Rakeem Cornwall leading a fight back here against Florida Scorpions. 147 posted by Scorpions. And in reply, SAMP Army not going out with a fight. They're batting a 43 for 2.
Like I said, the ball has not been returned because we have 2 out of fields here. And the ball would have gone to one of them, the closest one. And now you can see it coming in on camera here. The ball is been gone a long way. Cornwall is a heavyweight. He's a big man. He's wielding the sword. He's leading the army, the SAMP army. They're marching on, trying to get to 148. They are 43 for 2. So back to live cricket. Seals under the pump. Could Cornwall seal this for the SAMP army?
So Kyle Kotzer trying to give all the encouragement to Jelani Seals. Trying to move around the fielder, but the fact is, Ivor Henry, the way Cornwall has bat, he is taking the fielders out of the equation. The ball has gone over the ropes.
Now some more fielding changes. They're going to take the man from the deep backward square leg and they're going to put him on cover sweeper.
So 4 sixes so far. Here is the 5th ball. Oh, that's a good. Ooh.
It's wide. He's running from the bat of Cornwall.
I just was going to say that's a good delivery. Just wide outside off stump. But umpire Avik have decided, let's take a look at that. Yes, that's a good call from the umpire. So the trouble continues here for Jelani Seals.
Well, it's General Rakeem Cornwall leading the army. General, he's a general. 4 sixes on the trot. Could he make it 5? And then all men will be standing for the 6th.
So Rakeem Cornwall waits for Jelani Seals. He runs into both to Rakeem. Rakeem smashes this one over the long off area. And a couple of bounces and it goes away for 4. John Simpson gives chase. And while it wasn't a 6, that's a good looking shot from Rakeem Cornwall.
Yes, he was going again. He was going, but 2 bounces over the boundary ropes. So he's not going to get the 6 sixes. So, but they've scored from every delivery, every boundary, including a wide. So again, Seals is under the pump. He's gone for some 29 in this over. And Cornwall is not done.
So one final ball remaining here. We've seen 4 sixes. We've seen a wide. And we've seen a 4. And Kyle Kotzer continues to have a chat here with Jelani Seals. And this is probably one of the longest over Jelani Seals would have bowled. He runs in again to both to Rakeem Cornwall. And Cornwall down the ground he goes. And it's gone all the way. So Rakeem Cornwall gets a 50 in just 12 balls.
My word, the quickest 50 in this tournament. Here comes the replay. My word. Here it is. Cornwall gets under this one, extends the arm, and up and away. And there she goes. Another 6. 5 sixes in the over from the young man. So Seals under the pump. And it's a no ball. That's a cardinal sin. So let's see if Cornwall can hit 6 sixes in the over.
So 36 in the over so far. No ball, followed up by free hit. So Jelani Seals runs into both to Rakeem Cornwall, who's on an even 50.
And he goes again. Yes, he goes. As easy as they come. And that's the biggest one yet. He goes into the stands. Cornwall on the charge. General Rakeem Cornwall is leading the SAMP army onto victory. Maybe a partnership of 43. 2 wickets down. 55 comes on the board. Here's the replay. And it's another no ball again. So it's the cardinal sin. So Cornwall, I'm telling you, he's having a field day. I had a talk with him this morning.
So 43 runs in the over. No ball, free hit again. What have we seen here? 86 to win from 43 balls. And all of a sudden, because of this over, SAMP Army fighting hard. This one is a better ball. And so a dot ball that will finish this over. But we'll... what tremendous damage Raheem Cornwall has done. 3 overs gone, 62 for 2, 43 off the over from Jelani Seals.
My word, I think we need a break, so we're going to check with Mr. Roddy to give us a break over here while he's put something on the screen here. Roddy, you can help us with a cup of tea, please. Yes, we're trying to catch our breath here in the combox. Lenny, that was some hitting, but we're going to enjoy a cup of Mad Hatter tea. You're going to get to coffee as well.
So Delray Rollins has been given the ball. He comes in here as 62 for 2. And thank God, maybe for Florida Scorpions, he wouldn't be bowling to Raheem Cornwall for now. And will come into bowl to Andre Gauss. Gauss hasn't faced the ball. He will do so now. Here is Raheem Cornwall straight down the ground. Full toss. Poor delivery here from Delray Rollins to start. And that has gone away for 4 off the bat of Andre Gauss.
Yes, that's a good way to start the over. The power play is done and dusted. So we have all boundary riders, but that was safely hit straight back over the bowler's head.
So 82 to win from 41. What started at asking 16 runs and over has now gone down to 12. Raheem Cornwall is the main architect of that. 82 to win from 41. And Rollins, a better ball in terms of productivity, and only a single here to Gauss. And look what has happened because of the single. Raheem Cornwall comes back into strike.
I'm telling you, and the mood that Raheem Cornwall is in, I don't care whose ball is bowling. But I'm going to say, Leon Francis is watching over there in Tallahassee. He spoke with Cornwall this morning, and just wanted to say to Mr. Chambers over there in Connecticut, the Hall of Fame mastermind, Raheem Cornwall would have received one of his books this morning, so he may have read it in the delay, and I think he may have been inspired.
So Cornwall goes straight down the ground to long off. And look at that, it's gone a long way. 6 more runs to Raheem Cornwall.
Folks, these are not highlights, folks. These are not highlights. This is a live match you're witnessing here from the Broward County Stadium. Cornwall is on the charge. You may think you're looking at highlights, but this is live cricket coming to you. This the 13th edition of the US Open.
So 75 to win from 39 balls. This over has gone for 11. Delray Rollins, Bermuda national player, will come into bowl to Cornwall, international from the West Indies. And a play and a miss, and the ball goes through to John Simpson. And there is no run. Next match coming up, we'll see Clarion County Eagles. They'll come up against Titans, and that match has some bearing on what will happen later on. But Raheem Cornwall on strike. He gets a delivery, turns into the onside. And for now, we'll turn the strike over to Andre Gauss.
2 good deliveries there to Cornwall. Once you can keep him in check with a dot on a single, you know you're on song. So just some 12 runs from this over so far. Quite a long way from 43 we would have witnessed in the previous over.
So 12 in the over, 74 from 37. Here is Gauss. He comes down the track. And all elegant here from Andre Gauss. And he picks up a boundary towards the end. And that's a lovely shot from the right-hander, Andre Gauss. Look at that, charges down. And that's a proper cricketing shot, straight down the ground. What a shot.
Good movement of the feet there, proper cricketing shot. That one came out of the coach's manual. I can tell you, the run rate now has gone below 12.
So 70 to win from 36 balls. Hamza Tahir, it appears, will be bowling the next over. And Hamza Tahir, during the course of this tournament, Ivor would have been one of two bowlers to have picked up a 5-wicket haul. Him along with Harsh Thakkar being the only two bowlers who would have picked up 5 wickets haul in this tournament. So a lot of discussion going on. And Rakeem Cornwall will be on strike when play resumes here at 78 for 2. 70 to win from 36 balls.
Well, Rakeem is still there as cool as cucumber. He's on 63 from just 17. The fastest 50 of the tournament so far. And there's a lot of firsts in this, the 13th edition. 5 sixes in and over.
Yeah, certainly Rakeem Cornwall. You look at his scoring tally now. He has struck 9 sixes and 1 4. His 50 coming up in just 12 balls. Oh, straight up to long off. Has he given the man a chance? Delray Rollins comes up with a good catch. And that's the end of Rakeem Cornwall. He falls for 63. It's 78 for 3.
Yes, indeed. And we'll see that on the replay. It was a nice catch. Came straight at him. He didn't get the elevation he was looking for. It was an inside-out shot. Here it comes. And catching the bottom portion of the bat. And in the approved fashion, he takes the catch about 4 meters inside the boundary rope. So Rakeem Cornwall would have set the platform. And the wicket goes in the first delivery. So some redemption there for the Florida Scorpions. So Christopher Barnwell going to be taking over from Rakeem Cornwall. So two relatively new batsmen at the crease at this time. So these batters have got to carry on, though. There's no waiting. There's no tomorrow.
So as Barnwell comes to the middle, well judged catch from Delray Rollins. One of those catches, I'm pretty sure the catch off Rakeem Cornwall could be the deciding factor. Still 70 to win from 35. Barnwell is a quality player. You'll have to get going very early. They're still asking 12 runs and over. We've seen a couple of good strikes from Andres Gauss. And so they will have to do without Rakeem Cornwall.
Well, that's manageable. 12 runs and over in 10-10. That should be easy peasy. And he's going big. This one was struck over the long on boundary. They feel that they can only look up, 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 and over the head for yet another US Open maximum.
So big start here from Christopher Barnwell. The first ball he comes in, he tugs this one over long on. Look at that. All power from Christopher Barnwell. He does that to great effect. Top player. And he strikes a 6 off the very first ball. Hamza Tahir, a wicket and 6 in the over so far. So 6-4 from 34. Barnwell on strike. Here is Hamza Tahir over the offside into the hands of the man at cover, but the ball would have come off the ground.
Yeah, beach cricket out. Bump ball. That's a beach cricket. Beach cricket out.
So 64 to win from 33 balls. You look at the scorecard, it's 84. This one goes up to long on. Can't clear the boundary. And number 19 comes up with an easy catch. Barnwell goes. And SAMP Army in trouble here. They're batting at 84 for 4.
Yes, sure, we'll see that on the replay. He hit it straight to the man in the long on position. He got away with the first one, got over his head, but this time he was straight into the tummy, right into the girth. You'll see it. There it is, right out of the playbook. That's the way you take those catches. Easy peasy. Wicket number 4 is down. Barnwell, last man out for 6. We would have seen that display from Cornwall. Will it go all in vain? The Army is on the charge, but it was a good display by the Florida Scorpions to get to 147. That's a good score. That's a good 20-20 score. Never mind, it's a 10-10 affair.
So a long way to go here. Still by SAMP Army. 6-4 to win from 32 balls. They're asking 12 runs and over from here. As Bhaskar Yadram comes to the middle. And Christopher Barnwell making a very brief appearance. He's a quality player, but he's gone. And now Bhaskar Yadram, who has had a very good minor league series not too long ago. And he comes in here with 6-4 to win from 32 balls. We've seen a couple of wickets in the over so far from Hamza Tahir, who comes out of Scotland.
So he bowled round the stumps, and this time he's straightening up and he's tapping it down to long on, and he gets off the mark right away with a single.
So Gauss comes back into strike. We've seen a couple of good shots from Andres Gauss and a couple of fours. He's a top player, but they're asking over 12 runs and over. They will have to do without the services of the likes of Raheem Cornwall for sure and Christopher Barnwell. And so 63 to win from 31. The winner of this match will head this group, with the semi-final starting later on in the afternoon. After this game, we'll see another encounter between Titans and Clarion County Eagles. But for now, 5 overs gone, 86 for 4.
Which is indeed the latest score here at the Broward County Stadium. So earlier we were saying that a book was handed over to Cornwall this morning, written by Mr. Chambers of the Hall of Fame. So just want to say thank you, Mr. Chambers. And it came via way of Leon Francis over there in Tallahassee. So Cornwall was well pleased in accepting the book. It was delivered just as ordered by the doctors. So we're going to have a change in bowling.
So Chris Greaves comes into the attack. And so 62 to win from 30 balls. Still asking 12 over 12 runs and over. Andres Gauss will be the man on strike, as we see Team Titans coming into the ground and getting prepared for their encounter. Short, pulled towards the square leg area, and it will run away for 4. Gauss continues to bat well. That's a good looking shot. 90 for 4. Ivor Henry, 58 to win from 29. You never know how some T10 matches can go. Take a look. Short and pulled into the onside. That's a good looking shot from Gauss, and that goes away for 4.
Yeah, he picked his spot, picked it well. There's a man stationed on the deep backward square leg, but there's the fine leg up in the circle. He just had to get it past that man, and away she goes. 4 more. And to begin the over at that. So what a way to start in this over number 6. We've gone past the halfway stage. It's a 10 over encounter. Hold on tight, folks.
Oh, slashing shot through the cover area. And look at that. Couple of 4s here from Andre Gauss as he leads the fight back. SAMP Army not done with this chase.
And like we said, when he can score on both sides of the wicket, this one is outside the off stump and he's banging it through the offside. Picked his spot again. So boundaries on both sides of the wicket. The ball is under the pump. Greaves is under pressure.
So 54 to win from 28, asking 11 runs, 11.5. And it's certainly come down from where it started in this over. And Gauss is cutting and cutting well, straight up to the man, a backward point, can't score. That's a good ball here from Chris Greaves. And any ball that in a format as short as T10, that certainly doesn't go for any run that you're bowling. That's a brilliant ball.
Yeah, there's a ring of fielders there, all 3 charging in now. This time he's pulling, and again he's pulling well over deep backward square leg. And it goes closer to the mid-wicket region for 6, another 6.
Yeah, Chris Greaves have gone for 14 in the over. Short. Let's take a look at that. Look. Short and hammered into the onside. That's a commanding shot from Andres Gauss.
And that brings up the 100. And it came quick, fast, and in a hurry. We required run rate now just hovering around 11. Could be done.
So SAMP Army needs 48 runs from 26 balls. Many watching this feed will be probably thinking that's gettable. We've seen the advent of T10 cricket in which you look at the equation here, 48 from 26 ball. It's not difficult, but we'll have to wait and see. Gauss has played a very good hand so far. He's up to 24 from just 8 balls.
Yes, using pitch number 1 where they started, and this time he's pulling, but he's just going to get 1 as there's coverage over there in the long on region. And as I was saying, pitch number 1, and it's playing very, very nicely. The ball is sitting up, and it seemed to be a batting paradise.
So Bhaskar Yadram comes into strike. He's played a very good hand with the Empire State Titans as a finisher in the backing of T20 Cricket. And he gets a single as the ball is tugged into the onside. He will retain strike when play resumes. With 6 overs gone, it's 102 for 4.
Yes, well, Gouch is doing pretty well for himself. 25 from only 9. And with that, we are going to see what Wadi has in store for us over there. Oh, Wadi's serving us some Mad Hatter tea. It's time for a Mad Hatter tea break. And they do have mushroom coffee as well, and the CDB chai. So, when we come back, we'll be refreshed, having had a Mad Hatter tea break. Yeah, London. We're in London. So welcome back from that Mad Hatter tea break. 102 for 4. And that over would have yielded some 16 runs. So the required run at the beginning would have been, what, 15, 16, thereabout?
So Delray Rollins comes into the attack. 46 to defend from 24 balls. And Bhaskar Yadram is driving straight. Will only get a single considering it's a low full toss. At this juncture of the game with the team still needing 11.7, Bhaskar Yadram should have done probably a little bit more with that delivery.
Well, maybe he wanted to do some damage to him because his bowling arm, he outstretched it with that full toss. It was a chance. So he seemed to be in a spot of bother.
So Group 2, both teams on 4 points, but Florida Scorpions has come in to top the group so far because of certainly a net run rate advantage. And the winner of this group will top Group 2. We've seen Cavaliers 22 yards already on top of Group 1. Couple of good deliveries here from Delray Rollins. Brings the equation down to 43 from 22 balls. Bhaskar Yadram has used up 3. Andre Gauss, he's been excellent so far. And look, 26 from just 10 balls.
And this one is outside the off stump, wayward delivery. That's 2 in the over, 2 wides. Like I said, the damage may have been done to the bowler. He stuck his left arm out for that return catch and was in a spot of bother. He goes in now. This one is on the stump and he's bowled him, cleaned him up. Middle stump knocked back. So wicket number 5. He was going for all glory there, but you missed and I hit. 106 for 5. We're into over number 7. SAMP Army trying to get to 148 for victory. Lenny.
Yeah, straight on the stump. That's a good delivery here from Delray Rollins. And Bhaskar Yadram goes, the 5th wicket goes down 42 to win from 21 as Cornet Dry walks out to the middle. So we're beginning to see a bit of a seesaw battle here. We saw good batting from Andre Gauss. But at the fall of Bhaskar Yadram's his wicket here, Ivor Henry, Florida Scorpions probably fighting back. 42 to win from 21.
Yes, indeed. So Dry, he's a bit dry at this time. He hasn't faced the delivery. So he has left high and dry on naught for now. But there's still work to be done. We have 2 wides in this over. And he would have come back well with a wicket. Clean bowled.
So 3 balls remaining in this over. They need 42 from 21. Cornet Dry, the Atlanta Fire player. He comes out here. You'll have to get going very quickly, asking 12 and over. Oh, he goes towards long on. Fielder takes the catch. And another wicket falls. Cornet Dry goes first ball. Florida Scorpions have picked up their 6th wicket. Delray Rollins on a hat-trick. It's 106 for 6.
Yeah, he started with 2 wides in that over, but the Raider has gone right now. He started wrong. Here it comes. Right on target, and he's trying to elevate this over the long on, but it goes straight into the safe hands of that man. And wicket number 6 taken. It is Sunday here in the beautiful city of Lauderhill. We have runs flowing, and we have wickets tumbling. SAMP Army was on the charge when Cornwall batted for 63 runs. That's a good-looking 63. Some 9 sixes in that inning of Cornwall.
So a couple of wickets in this over. Delray Rollins is on a hat-trick. Would have taken the wicket of Bhaskar Yadram and Cornet Dry. And so 42 to win from 20 balls. Dipal Patel comes to the middle. And we made the point. SAMP Army will have to do without the services of the likes of Monarch Patel, Nisarj Patel, Netra Valka, and one of the top batters of the tournament, Garrett Delani. So Delray Rollins, here is the hat-trick ball, comes into bowl to Dipal. And he gets a good ball, big appeal. Umpire Avik says not out. And the action will continue. 42 to win from 19 balls. And what we have seen in this over, Ivor Henry, we haven't seen Andre Gauss going down to that side. And so far, they've paid a heavy price with having lost a couple of wickets in that over. So 7 overs gone. It's 107 for 6. And 41 to need from 41 needed from 3 overs.
And at the beginning of 8, you're not going to see Gauss on strike either, as we take a break at this time.
MAQ Group is a real estate investment company. Our goal at MAQ Group is to provide you with the expertise and service you need to do business in today's complex market. More information, visit maqgroup.com.
So, over number 8, set to begin now. And again, Andres Couch is not on strike. He has not faced not a single ball in the last over. But they're going to need a big over shortly, maybe a 25-run over.
Yeah, we saw the previous over from Delray Rollins. Only a couple of balls Andres Gauss would have received. We saw the departure of Yadram. We saw the departure of Cornet Dry. Not good here as Leverock comes into the attack. Dipal Patel on strike. And finally now, it is now or never for Andres Gauss as he comes in to strike. And Ivor Henry 40 to win from 17 balls. It's now or never.
Yes, it's a tough ask. They're going to need close to 20 from this. They're going to need to get half of this. They cannot wait to get it down to the last and final over.
We've seen a really seesaw battle between SAMP Army and Florida Scorpions. But you've got to give Florida Scorpions a bit of edge here as they got to run back for 2. The throw will come in. Not a great throw, and they come back for a couple of runs. Exactly what SAMP Army would prefer, as Andres Gauss will remain on strike. They've picked up 3 runs in the over so far from Leverock.
Yes, the throw was off the mark. They took on the arm of the man in the deep. And like it said, a straight throw, he would have been headed for the dugout.
So 38 to win from 16 balls. Here's Leverock to Gauss. Oh, that's a good delivery. Short and climbing. And it goes through to the keeper.
Is it not one for the over? The batter is asking Krelig, said, help me out here. 1 for the over. Let's see if it's going to be called by the umpire. No, he's disgusted. But you can't worry about that. You cannot bat and umpire at the same time. Yes, you made an inquiry. Was it over the shoulder? They're in disagreement with you. Carry on, youngster. Concentrate.
So Leverock to Gauss. Gauss is tugging this one. He's running quickly. But there's no way you'll pick up a couple there. So single. This over's gone for 4. Not a bad one here from Leverock.
Yes, the Nelson's on the board. You have to stand on one leg, Lenny. There it is. Good balance. There it is.
So 37 to win from 14 balls. Leverock will come into bowl to Dipal Patel. Andres Gauss, we've seen he's batted extremely well. The fact is, when he's out of strike, things happen badly for them. And so far, SAMP Army in with still needing 15 runs and over. Big swing and a miss here from Dipal Patel. And more importantly, he's kept on strike And so final ball coming up in this over. This over has been very good here from Kamal Leverock. He's only conceded 4 runs. Look at that. Between bat and stumps, and it goes through to John Simpson. And so final ball in this over.
And that's it for the schoolboys. It was down the leg side, but it was between the batter and the stump. So although it was down the leg side, it's not going to be called wide.
So 37 still needed. Oh, cut away. That's a good looking shot. Oh, what a brilliant catch. And so number 89, Richie Barrington, comes up with an excellent catch, a one-handed catch, running back. And that's the end of Dipal Patel. More trouble here for Samp Army. But certainly the highlight of this play has to be the catch here from Richie Barrington.
Catch of the tournament. Catch of the tournament. We would have seen a one-hander, but look at it. It was over his shoulder. Here he comes. Off the outside edge. Comes in view now. Ball would have gone past him, and he stretched that hand up. Effort. That was just all effort. And he felt it in his palm, and he just closed his palm and pouched the catch.
So Dipal Patel goes. And so they need...
Here he comes again. It's one for the highlights. Most definitely. Always. Never give up on the catch. Here it is. Here it is. It's gone beyond me. But put your hand up. My eyes is nowhere close to the ball, but my judgment is good. Get your hands up. When you feel it in the paws, close it. Let it stick.
Yes, Ivor, and during the course of this tournament, we've seen tremendous catching from Florida Scorpions, and they continue to catch well. We saw the other night Callum McLeod, along with Richie Barrington and Kyle Kotzer, executing some great catches. And so that has certainly come out here today. So Tejnarayan Chandrapal comes out to the middle.
Yes, well, that's what the Nelson would have done to you. Brought off something spectacular. A spectacular catch. And Samp Army is going to say the Nelson would have brought a wicket down for them, wicket number 7. Are they in danger of being bowled out, trying to get to this 148 for victory?
So we were talking about Chef Chandrapal, and this is the son. Tejnarayan Chandrapal is under pressure to score quickly here. They need 18 runs and over. And this one is driven into the offside. Can't score. They're certainly under pressure here. They need 37 from, 11 balls?
Yes, this is the penultimate over. They have got to do something here in this over. But Gouch is not on strike. Yeah, he is. No.
So Chandrapal on strike?
Chandrapal is on strike, yes. The scoreboard had me all confused there. Is he going to get off the mark, or is it going to be? Yes, he's off the mark, and now he's been Gouch on strike. So Chandrapal is 1 from 1. He's a very good cricketer. I would have umpired some games with him, bowl and bat.
So the ass has gone up to 21 runs and over, and that's how tough things are here. Andres Gauss. It's going to be tough for him, but he has batted extremely well. But certainly received no help from anyone. Rakeem Cornwall and then quite slightly Christopher Barnwell would have come in and smashed a 6 off the first ball.
Well,
so
nothing put
10 balls remaining, 36 to get.
Nothing put you further behind the clock than losing wickets, and that's the worry for the Samp Army. But I'm saying Chandrapal is a good batter. He can keep company with Gouch, and at least they can get very, very close. 21s and over could be had in limited overs cricket, but they've got to do it here and now.
So Andre Gauss gets a single out towards the offside. They're running quickly. They will have to settle for one. This is a very good fielding team. And so 34 to win from 9 balls.
Yeah, well, they've been stung by the Scorpion. I think the Scorpions are well on top now. 34 from 9. It's really, really an uphill task now.
So Tejnarayan Chandrapal comes back into strike. Asking rate 22 runs and over. And Safyan Sharif with 3 runs in the over so far. This over's gone well. Oh, that's a good delivery. Big appeal. Not outsays umpire V. Can he scamper through as expected for a leg by? In fact, the ball would have come off the bat. So single to Chandrapal.
He was hoping to do more with that. It was pretty much a free hit. It was pitched outside the leg stump. I don't know what it was appealing for, but he should be happy that it was only 1-1, unless he did not want Gouch to get on strike.
And Ivor, this is one of the problem here for Chandapal. I don't think he's played any of the matches so far for Samp Army, and he comes in here with a team needing 22 runs and over. It's a very tough one. Full toss into the onside, and it goes one bounce, full toss. And that's a good looking shot from Andres Gauss. He continues to bat well, 8 runs off the over. And the equation will come down now to 29 from just 7 balls.
Yes, you're going to need a boundary here, but you need to get on strike for the last over. This is the penultimate over, and they're in danger of losing this one. I'm afraid I'll have to call it from now. It's going to take a miracle, Lenny.
And the fact is, Ivor Henry, even if... Oh, an inside edge. It doesn't matter how they come. Running up towards the fine leg boundary. And in the end, a productive shot here from Andres Gauss. Not the intended shot. We all know that. But it goes away for 4.
You know that, but he will tell you, look at it here. He'll say, look at it. Well calculated. Here it is. I'm pulling it around here. The French cut. I've played that so many times. I've perfected the art. There you go. 25 to get from this, the last over. But like you said, Chanjapal is on strike. He's got to make good or get Gouch on strike.
Yeah, the fact is, Samp Army is such a powerful put-together lineup. And you look at Tejnarayan Chandrapal, never had an opportunity to play in the regular matches. And what has happened, Ivor, he comes out here playing a very important match for them to really get on top of the table. And as soon as he comes out, he's asked to score 22 runs and over. Not an easy task, as we can see. And now it all comes down to the final 6 balls. We saw the other night Ashley Nurse slamming a few sixes to end things for his team. And now it all comes down to Tejnarayan Chandrapal on strike. 6 balls remaining. They need 25. And Leverock has been given the ball. Advantage has to be with Florida Scorpions.
Well, Leverock has bowled a good over. He has bowled 1 for 4. So everything is in his hands now. He bowls. Chandrapal is going after him and have done the right thing. He has gotten Gouch on strike.
And Ivor Henry, if Samp loses this game this afternoon, they're not out of the group yet. They will then be forced back into a group that will include 3 teams tied on 4 points at the end of the other game, and so they still have a chance when we certainly come down to a NRR calculation. So they're not out of the competition by this loss, but they will have to wait anxiously to see what happens with the other match.
Well, with 24 to go, they need boundaries. And the lights, camera action. Bowl them, clean them up. And like we said, Leverock has bowled beautifully. His first over went for 4, and now he has got 2 for 5. So I called it. I hope I didn't jinx them, but I said it was lights out. I think it's done and dusted. It was a bit much. Here's the replay. Comes in smooth as ever. Smooth as silk. Comes and hit the middle stump back and lights on the leg on off stump. Good morning to Mr. Peter Nero. Good afternoon, sir, over there in Great TNT. So 24 to win from 4 balls. Mathematically, it cannot be done with legal deliveries. So this game is done and dusted. It's going to be victory for the Florida Scorpions. Really, they batted well in the innings. And it was really nice of them to get to 147. Scoreboard pressure was always on the cards for the Samp Army. But Cornwall took matters into his own hands and entertained us here with a good-looking 63 with some 9 sixes.
Yeah, we saw a good knock from Delray Rollins, John Simpson, and Kemal Leverock. And Leverock returns to bowl the fateful final over. He's gone well so far as our Harmeet Singh comes out to the middle. Playing a miss, so Florida Scorpions will certainly come to the top of the table here. And what essentially that will mean, it will probably mean that Florida Scorpions will probably take on US All-Stars in one of the crossover semi-final And then later on, we could be waiting for the team that will take on Cavalier 22 yards.
Yes, well, he comes in now and bowls, and this time he's playing this one to the left of the bowler, out to the long on. He just made academics now. It's 125 for 8, just 2 legal delivery left, 23 to win. Highly impossible for the SAMP Army to win this, but it was good entertainment along the way. Next game comes up.
So the next game will be Titans. They come up against Clarion County Eagles.
So he comes in now smooth as ever, bowls, and this time the batsman is covering up and he's trying to get a double, and it's going to be safely done. The fielder was not in any bother of trying to get a run out. As Shannon Paul goes to 5 from 4, not nearly enough. The writing is on the wall. Scorpions will go down as winners in this. 1 legal delivery left. It was a 10-10 late start, nothing to do with the administrators here, but that's another story. Last delivery comes up. This time he's tugging this one into the onside. They're running the first one quickly, and they're thinking 2, and 1 out. Last ball, 1 out. But it doesn't matter. The end of the innings has come to close. 127 for 8. So here's a replay. He's tugging this into the onside. There was no need to be hustling 2, but it doesn't matter. In the wicket column. And 1 out. I think they were trying to advance their net run rate. But we'll have the scorecard for you. That's going to flash on the scoreboard in a minute.
Titans and Clarion County.
So Titans and Clarion, they are coming up next. So don't you dare go away. We'll just finalize the scorecard for you.
Wait for it.
So here it comes. Cornwall at the top of the inning, 63 from 18 deliveries. I'll say that again. 63 runs from just 18 deliveries. And Gouch, 39 from 18. And that's all she wrote, with just 6 extras to help along the way in the 10 overs. 128 for 9. Last man was out. Ball was still alive when they attempted the second one. And we'll get into the bowling figures. And the Scorpions. Now we had 2 wickets each for all who would have struck. Tayer, 2 for 24. Sharif, 2 for 15. Delray Wallins, 2 for 21. And the pick of the bowlers would be Leverak, 2 for 9 from his 4.5. With an economy rate of 4.5. As I said, 6 extras along the way. 128 for 9. Done and dusted. Florida Scorpions. Been stung.
Check 1, 2, 3. Hello and welcome to the post-match presentation between the Florida Scorpions and the SAMP Army. It's a sunny day in Florida, but it rained sixes today, and I'm standing with Rakeem Cornwall, who hit 9 majestic sixes and has been awarded the man of the match for that glorious performance where he scored 62 of just 18 deliveries. Tell us about this innings, Rakeem.
He's a very good pitcher. I think the score that the Florida guys made, we just have to go out there and back our skills and try and chase it down.
We would all want to know, how do you make batting look so easy?
No, I just back my skills and focus and watch the ball long, and then I just back myself to do it.
You know, I was sitting in the commentary box and watching you. It has been an absolute treat to watch you play, field and bowl. You make bowling look easy, you look batting look easy, and congratulations on the man of the match. Please accept the award. And that's it for the man of the match presentation. Our thanks to Rakeem Cornwall.